So this is going to be a video talking about how to crouching medium kick into activation into a combo. So before we get started, let's cover the basics on how this works. You're going to cancel your crouching medium kick into activate, and then you're going to plink crouching light kick into light punch, or crouching light punch into light kick, into forward fierce in most situations. So this is especially good in the corner because it gives you a variation to activate off crouching, while standing medium kick is also your other way to activate, which gives you between 100 to 120 damage, depending on the character. So going from crouching medium kick into plink doesn't work like it does in Street Fighter 4. Basically, what you're plinking for is you're doing one button, hoping that it gets the correct timing, and if that button gets eaten by the time that you're still activating your super, and you cannot link, the other button will come out. So if you do crouching light kick to light punch, like you were trying to do a Kara throw, then you'll get crouching light kick first frame, crouching light punch if you mess up, and if you do crouching light punch into light kick, if you mess up the timing for crouching light punch, you will get crouching light kick. So obviously, ideally, you don't want to be messing up your timing, but it is what it is. So the goal is so that you can save your combo. Now, in what situations is this worthwhile doing? Well, if your opponent is towards the other side of the timer, his head needs to be, or sorry, your character needs to be under one side or the other. So when you activate, it actually pushes you back. It pulls the screen in close, and you're still technically closer to your opponent when you're doing your crouching light kick or crouching light punch or whatever. So you need to be at a very specific distance. So from this distance, you'll be able to do your crouching medium kick into forward fierce dash punch. As you can see, he wasn't fully in the corner when the dash punch hit, and the dash punch is what forced him into the corner. So if you try to do this with both characters on the same side with your back to a corner, where you have the entirety of the stage to work with, this does not work. And I messed up the timing. But you can see relatively simply just off of the forward fierce that it's not going to work. So it's very spacing dependent. Now, it's important to understand that this is doable in the corner in certain situations as well, even with both characters on the same side. So in order to showcase this, let's have Ken dash in our face while we're under our name, which will push the screen forward, right? So if we get all the way to the corner, and we sit all the way back here, and he pushes the screen, you can still get your combo. Oops. But if you're too far away, like I was there, and on Yun's stage, you can use the box as a way to know if it will work or not. The box is the midpoint of the stage. You have to have your back foot to the right of the box in order for this to work. So my back foot is just barely to the right of the box, and you can see here that the can is visible. And this is how you know that on this stage, it will work. So yeah, that's the very basics of that. So it's basically just activate, plink, forward fierce. And it's easiest if you activate, you immediately down back, and then you do your plink. because it gives you time to sort of just wait and then do it, or you can opt for the down or down back at the same time and then plink, which you can risk not getting the full plink, in my experience, if you just do this. Right? So it can be a little bit tricky. The other thing is when you activate off of this, you can actually go right into Diapon loop off of a far standing light punch or a crouching light kick. Or a standing light kick as well. So you can do standing light kick into Diapon loop. It's kind of a difficult thing to time, but it is possible. It's easier to do it off of crouching light kick. So if you're close enough to your opponent, going into it that way is important. It's incredibly easy on crouchers, but it's a little bit harder on standing opponents. So you can also do the recovery canceling stuff, where you do crouching light punch, recovery cancel, walk forward, crouching light kick, and that will also combo. So that there, 7 hits again. So that's pretty much how you have to go into it. There's not really a whole lot of other options that you have. Now, the only difference is that if your opponent is crouching, so I have to take him off of repeat. If your opponent's crouching, you can actually do crouching medium kick into crouching medium kick, but you can plink it with light kick to save it if you miss the timing. So the crouching animation is always going to get hit with extra plus frames. I believe it's 1 or 2 extra. So that allows you to actually get your link properly. And if you don't get your link properly, then you get your crouching light kick, which obviously I was not in the correct positioning to make that combo work. And again, the crouching medium kick or crouching light kick just worked there. And that was a mistiming, and the crouching medium kick came out. That was a correct timing, and the crouching medium kick came out, so that's pretty much it. Same thing off of crouching, is that you can do your micro step forward and go right into Diapon loop. So I hope this is a very simple tutorial on how to do it. So one more time, plinking with crouching light kick into crouching light punch. You can actually go single hit on crouchers right into Diapon loop. But you have to slow down your Diapon loop for the first hit so that you can recover enough from your crouching light punch so that you can get it to work. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One more time for the forward fierce. And there you have it. Pretty simple concept. Abusing the plinking helps with timing, and it works on standing characters and it works on crouching characters all the same. Again, crouching medium kick only works on your opponent if they are crouching, and single hit Diapon loop only works against crouching opponents.